I know it may not seem apparent because you only ever see me from like the top half, but I actually really like fashion. Maybe nothing in magazines, but I can throw together a really nice outfit if I have to. I just choose to wear the first thing I see in my closet because it's easy and I'm lazy. But this game is nice because it lets me live out my dreams of living in my own apartment and working in a job I'm actually good at while being able to afford clothes, all while having the emotional capacity to actually take care of myself. The game starts off with us waking up to a phone call from our new boss, Grace. She tells us that we'll be late for our first day on the job if we don't hurry up, and to also bring in the application form. Which is very odd, considering in the real world you need to fill out a form before getting the job. But I guess in the world of Style Savvy, proving that you're qualified isn't necessary in fashion. So long as you look good, the sky's the limit. Okay, first of all, Style Savvy makes you play sideways like a book, and it's fine. There were other titles that did the same thing, but I'm left-handed, so it didn't work. Gameplay itself is fairly simple. Choose a customer to help, find what they're looking for, and sell it to them. A lot of the clothes are also pretty cute, so if you're actually into fashion, it's easier to suggest things instead of just choosing something ugly looking. However, I cannot get over this skirt. It's like someone took a pair of jeans and cut the inner side and called it a day. This cannot be comfortable. Who hurt you, Chantel? Judging customers' fashion sense aside, we also get to help Grace replenish the stock at the store, or buy new styles to increase the store's flow of customers, and also maybe purchase something for myself, because everything you buy at this dealer's place would also be sent to my wardrobe. I ended up buying a lot more for just myself, but whatever, my player looks cute and customers are just gonna have to deal with that. The dealer's place is also the first time you're introduced to their real-time system. Each real day, different dealers will appear with various clothing options. On Sunday is also the pre-season event where there's a lot more variety and options, but you don't get any of the clothes until Monday, meaning that if you're low on stock on Sunday, you literally cannot play the game again until Monday when you get your order delivered to you. The real-time system doesn't work here. In Animal Crossing, there's a plethora of things for you to do all day, and if need be, you could just time travel through in-game means. Style Savvy, however, doesn't let you set the clock forward, and you can only help customers so many times before it gets boring. And Sundays being basically a can't play day makes it pretty frustrating, especially if you actually want to play the game. Despite the unfortunate real-world clock it was working on, I was still getting a lot of enjoyment out of the game. Ignoring my coworker Renee's backhanded compliments and jealousy, and the customers who kept telling me to save, I was settling into this job, and the customers were always happy with what I chose for them. But then Renee and I had to go and get lunch at the park. At the park, Renee and I run across an old dude being accosted by geese, and after shooing them away, he introduces himself as Godfrey, the butler to Dominic, who happens to be the owner of the store Renee and I work at. We somehow get on the topic of running stores, and just like that, a horrible idea is planted in Godfrey's head. After a couple more customers and a run-in with a man who is intentionally doing the "I'm the cool collected anime guy you should be attracted to" hair flick, Godfrey returns with the great idea that I, in all of my hour of experience, should run a brand new store. And everyone seems to be okay with it. They just handed me a store. I didn't even do anything. I have no experience in this. All I do is toss clothes at people and hope they like them, and they want me to run a store? But hey, no, that's fine, whatever, sure, let's become a manager, because that certainly doesn't take a lot of training and previous knowledge and experience. Just make people look good. Easy! The job processing of Style Savvy is a bit too simple for my cynicism, so we'll just move on to actually running the store. And it's easy, so long as you aren't an idiot like me and go and purchase clothes that just you want to wear instead of being smart and getting an actual assortment of clothes from various brands. Halfway through, I realized I was pretty much screwed and had to start turning away customers because I didn't have any of the clothes they would like. They also became a lot more vague in what they were looking for, and I had to just hope I knew what brand they were wearing to match whatever I suggested to them. Which is another issue I had with this game. Instead of actually matching outfits and making them look, good, a lot of the customers didn't seem to care if it ruined their whole outfit so long as it was by one of their favorite brands. Like Chandra, who clearly likes gothic looking stuff and likes reading spooky stories to back up that whole definitely a goth thing even more. I tried showing her purple stuff and black stuff to try and keep with her theme, but after 3 failed suggestions, a desperate attempt at "please just take something" resulted in her choosing the floofy, cutesy bunny hood that clashed pretty horribly with the rest of her outfit. It became a downside to a major part of the game and made it hard to actually have fun, and instead made me a bit stressed over not having absolutely everything in stock at all times. You know, I'm starting to think they shouldn't have let some random newbie run their brand new store. That's just me though. If you're actually smart, I could see this being a cakewalk, and matching outfits would probably just be a benefit of running the store properly and having a variety of clothes and colors to balance out the rest of the customer's outfit. They also started tossing a bunch of new characters at me, most quite literally being introduced seconds apart from each other, from the hairstylist Dee Dee, who we actually assisted earlier back at Grace's store, to the fashionista Rococo, who insisted I enter the fashion contests. And the fashion contests are another thing. I don't really know how hard they get, as I only did the beginners and bronze contests, but it just seemed to be wear all the same brand and hope for the best. I had the music turned off because I was getting tired of listening to the same song over and over again and forgot to turn it back on for the contest. And it is very unsettling watching the models walk down the runway in complete silence. What makes the contest useful though is the extremely expensive clothing you get to sell at your store, all from the brand Masquerade, which doesn't seem to be available by normal means. Makes winning actually mean a bit more than a useless trophy and a photo memento that you can scrapbook later on. After winning the first beginners contest, I got congratulated by practically everyone, which I didn't think was that necessary considering it was just the tutorial level, but hey, inflate my ego, I'm sure it won't get crushed in later contests when I finally lose. I did get an interesting exchange from Dominic, who pretty clearly has a crush on the player. I mean, his text slowed down during this part, a fairly off-putting difference from his normal fast-paced text speed, before being interrupted by Rococo. Honestly, I was pretty intrigued as to where that conversation would go. Perhaps you and I can what, Dominic? What did Rococo steal away from me? Dominic ends up booking it after Rococo leaves, leaving poor Godfrey confused as to why he didn't want to ride back to the mansion. Like, crap, dude, now I gotta keep playing. I gotta know if Dominic and I hook up. Unfortunately, returning to work is more of the same. There seems to be certain events that happen, but that would mean playing this game for quite some time to try and activate certain events on different days. There was a photo shoot at my store at one point, and the more customers I helped, I seemed to unlock more hair options and makeup options. Helping customers also increases your star ranking, which is how you compete in higher rank fashion contests. And I guess the goal of the game is to reach a full 5 stars, and inevitably win the highest ranked fashion show. Look, I wanted to keep playing. I actually really enjoyed the game, and I'll probably go back to it every now and again just to unwind, but after 4 hours of playtime, I had only just earned my first star. If we assume that every star takes about 4 hours, this game ends up being about 20 hours long, not including any other random stuff they might throw at you later on down the line. And as someone who actually does work retail, I'm not really into playing sales associate on my downtime. I'm sorry, Dominic. I must leave you heartbroken. Oh, actually, after quitting, I did look up what happens between the player character and Dominic, just to see if they actually do end up hooking up eventually. And there are pages of people writing theories and conspiracies and stuff, just all on if you can date Dominic or not. It's wild. I've never seen so much work put into wanting to date a fictional character. Most folks just give up and create dating sims, but style-savvy fans seem determined to date him in canon. It's honestly incredible. Style-savvy fans seem like super passionate. Maybe about the wrong thing, but still super passionate.